Hey guys, welcome back. We're on day, what are we on? What are we on, Chloe? 17? I think 17. I really am losing count. Let's go ahead and start this one off by oiling up our new seat. Got our tin of Kelly's, and I'm going to grab one of my new terry cloth towels. These are perfect for this kind of stuff. We're going to get it real nice and shined up and waterproof and looking smart. Okay, the instructions say ensure leather is clean and dry. It is. Apply Dublin liberally with a cloth or sponge. Work into the leather. Note may darken some leathers. Test first on a small area. I'm totally okay if it darkens it. For additional care, use Kelly's complete line, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Easy enough. And blue color bobbers added the note, apply to your seat for the oiled boot look, extra protection, and waterproofing. Thanks. And somebody screwed up their email address. There's no www dot in an email address, guys. But I appreciate the sentiment. And I got the name wrong when I pulled this out of the package. It's not distressed, it's called tarnished brown. That's the one I ordered here. They have a few different shades of brownish stuff. They got one that's like an old football, they've got a lighter tan one, all kinds of different stuff. Lots of different choices. So we got a good paste here, brand new towel. Always give them a quick whip, shake them out, lots of loose fibers come off. Don't want that gunking up the stuff. Alright. So I'm just going to kind of wad up the towel here around my hand. Get a nice section here where I can control it with my fingertips. Wow, neighborhood kids are going crazy. Every time I come out here to work, it's like in front of my house is the freaking playground. Don't quite understand why. Hold on now. Let me get this towel ready right. Alright, there we go. Just need a nice little spot here to make sure we can rub it in. It's kind of like a soft beeswax kind of texture. It should liquefy fairly easily just by rubbing it on. Start up here. Pretty much like polishing shoes or boots. I'm going to really rub it in the grains, even though it's a very soft leather. It's not quite like seat leather like Ferrari, but it's not tough like work boots. It's kind of in the middle. Like a really nice pair of gloves, but thicker. That's looking good. That's not going to stay quite this dark, but I want to get it absolutely everywhere. Get it, cake it in there. You can always buff some of it off, but you really want this to impregnate the leather. That's what gives you the waterproofing, which is of course paramount on a motorcycle seat. Like I said, not that I plan on purposely taking this one in the rain, but it's going to get caught in the rain. It's going to get washed. So it's not an option to not be fully waterproof. And I'll have to reapply this every now and then. No big deal. I've got some really nice leather cleaner and conditioner for in between applications. Get it in the seams. Get it down along the edges. Alright, I'm going to continue on. This is obviously going to take quite a while. And we'll get the seat done. And I'll let you see it when it's done. I'm going to go ahead and reassemble the top triple tree. Not all the way, but I want to put this back on because I need to crank on these big old bolts here to take off the factory risers and put on the extension risers. Before I do that, I'm going to polish this all up because it's got, you know, some surface dirt and corrosion, stuff like that. So I think that metal polish should really bring this back to life. I'll do these two since I'm still going to be using those. And the caps, got to find those. So we'll see how this turns out. You can see this isn't dirt, it's like pitting almost. Now this is a machined surface, it's not smooth. It's got grooves, for lack of a better term, but all these spots I want to get rid of because that's not supposed to be there. Let's see how it comes out. Well, I got off everything that would come off. What's left is in the surface itself. So there's nothing else I can do about that. You know, the whole bike isn't, like I said, perfect anyway. It's not a show bike, but I just want to get it as good as I can. It looks better. I mean, it looks a little cleaner, and it'll look even better once I actually wash the bike. I'm sure some more of this will come off, but you know, it polished up as much as it's going to. Got some crud turning black, so a little bit of tarnish or oxidation or whatever is going to come off. So that's that. I'm just going to clean up these fork holes here, and that should be ready to slide back in place. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that loose. And now I'm going to take off these big old mounting nuts and we'll put on our extensions. And I tried to polish these, I guess they're called fork tube covers, kind of like solid gaiters to me, but they do not polish. They are, I don't know, probably stainless steel. They don't feel quite as light as aluminum. But you can tell if a metal can be polished or not when you use the polisher and it doesn't turn black. There's no point in going any further. And this just films over to a white, nothing comes off on the cloth. So anything on here, that'll come off with just good old soap and water. So I'll get these when I wash the bike. Seem to be a little stuck. I'll try a longer breaker bar. Interesting. Does not want to come loose. It's on rubber mounts and it's turning in the rubber mounts. So maybe I can put the bars in and kind of steady them out. Man, I'd be afraid it would bend the bar. Let's see. Can't even get penetrating fluid in there. The rubber is very compressed. These are on there tight. Well, I think I'm going to take this off, flip it upside down, try some penetrating fluid, and just let it soak into there. See if that'll help. So I really don't want to be forcing that much. Give that a shot. Well, I didn't have any actual penetrating fluid, just WD-40, so this is set for about a half an hour. I'm going to give it another shot, and we'll see if we can get these guys loose. If not, I'll have to go up to AutoZone and get some PB Blaster, some real penetrating fluid. Let's give it a shot here. Where'd my socket go? There it is. I'm not going to do the seat pan after all until last. That's, I guess, one of the last things they want you to do. And I have to do the wiring first anyway, so if we can't get these right off, I'll go to AutoZone And then let that sit some more, and I'll tackle the wiring next, front and rear. Do the rear first. Alright, make sure I'm going the right way. Yeah. Alright, baby. Do I want to put the bar in here? I probably should. Let me put the bar in here just to help stabilize it. Let me get this one back straight first. If I actually clamp it down on the bar, I don't think there's any chance of damaging it. Or at least very little. Alright, hold on. Okay, here we go again. Got the bars in here. Pretty much centered, just in case they mar it up at all, it'll be covered. I mean, it's within a couple millimeters. So if this doesn't come off, TB Blaster it is. Oh man! Effing tight, dude. Effing tight. There's one. Oh, come on. Oh, there's two. Holy crap. That is more torque than a freaking axle bolt. Ridiculous. Whew. Got him. Alright, now I can take everything back apart and put on our new extensions. Very cool. Alright, stand by. So off come these stock nuts and bolts. Our washer, get the rubber piece. Same up top. I'm assuming the hardware gets reused. Washer, rubber piece. Looks like there's a rubber mounted bushing through the center. Well, that kind of explains why it's so smooth through the handlebars. They're rubber mounted handlebars. That's awesome. Okay, so this gets replaced by this. Much beefier. So let's see, we've got a nut. Let me set this down. Got a new nut. This comes off. Stock one goes on top. This. That sits down in there. This goes and fits up under the lip here. A little different color, but that's okay. This is stainless steel. This has a slight pewter look to it. Kind of matches this, and these kind of match that. So, that's fine. I'm getting it all greasy and dirty, but I don't care because I'm going to wash it. Rubber piece, washer, big old bolt. That goes down there. No, is that the other way? See, on the stock one here, oh, I see what the problem is. On these stock ones, they have machined in a lip. And you can see there's a step on these extensions that the lip fits over. Well, this lip is to fit over this washer. But these extensions don't have the lip. It's a flat bottom. So they're sitting solid on top of the washer. So blue collar bobber guys, room for improvement here also. You need to machine in a matching lip on the bottom of this so that it fits over that washer. It's a much better look with this to the deck rather than sitting up top, and you can see the freaking washer now. I'm wondering if I can just leave the washer out for a better look and go right to, ooh, almost lost that, bad idea, right to this rubber piece. I'm thinking that's better because it really does look like crap sitting on top of this and seeing this. I don't know. Purpose of this is just to get an even bolt down, but I think there's enough surface area here to go flat. I mean, basically this is going to mimic this washer, so that's what I'll do. I'll leave this washer out and just put it. Wow, does this bolt stick down? That is ridiculously long. I mean, like, wrong size wrong. It's way long. Why would you want or need all of that sticking out? That's about half an inch longer than how the stock sticks out. Actually more like 3/4 of an inch. I need to revisit the instructions just to make sure that, you know, there's not something else I'm missing, but I have no idea what would, you know, take up that space. This is the difference right there. 3/4, almost an inch extra length in the replacement bolt. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. I may go to Home Depot and see if they have a matching size bolt that's a little bit shorter. Or maybe my Ace Hardware will have something. So oh, you know what? The headlight's going to cover that. I keep forgetting I got a freaking can here. I'm not going to see any of it. Who cares? Still, they could use a shorter bolt. They could definitely use a shorter bolt. But I'm okay with that. Of course, you're going to be tight to go on. So I got to get a socket. Stand by. Oh, now watch this. I'm going to need a freaking deep well socket, I bet. And that's bigger than the stock bolt, so it's probably a 21 mil. What do you want to bet it's an SAE and they're mixing metric and SAE again? Well, a 22 is on there. Let me see if it's a 21. It's pretty close, but I'm betting it's not metric. It's a freaking 13/16. Luckily, that's a spark plug socket size. So I have a deep well version of it. Quit mixing metric and standard, guys. Oh my god, I hate that. Huge, huge pet peeve. This is a kit for metric bike. There are no SAE bolts on this bike. People that own metric bikes don't typically have a lot of SAE tools. We don't need them. They're not freaking used on anything except Harleys. The rest of the world got over that a long time ago. Just tight enough where I need the ratchet and just loose enough where I can't do it by hand. Alright, I'm going to leave that relatively loose so that I can put the bars on and make sure everything's straight. Come on, get off there. Thing's stuck. My hands are all greasy from the WD-40. Seriously? Let go. What the hell? Alright, what the hell? What do you want to bet that bolt ran into the rubber support for the spark plug and it's stuck? Which means I might have to go buy a wrench because I don't have a 13/16 wrench. The only thing I have is this spark plug socket. Yep, and that's exactly what happened. I got rubber in the threads. I was pulling it right out. Damn it. Not happy. Let me go find a wrench. $25 for a Deepwell SAE socket set that I'm probably never going to use again in my life. Now let's finally get these installed. One. Whew, yeah, you want to see why those were so tough to get out? Look at that corrosion. That was stuck, man. At least that one spins up by hand. Alright, that's good enough for now. One more thing, then I'm going to break for the day. So I got work to do. Alright, I'm going to wrap up this front section here. We'll get our covers back on, get the light back on, start to sort out this wiring jumble. Got the controls over here for the right side. One of them, okay, this one here, I can take out. Set to the side for now. What else we got? We got this one here, it's connected. Okay, so that all stays together. That all has to go up this way. We got this bracket here that bolts into there. This will go into the light. Okay, so we are sorted. And then this one down here is the speedometer. That'll go underneath in that bracket there. Okay, so I just needed to get my bearings here. So now we can set all this back down. This is the clutch cable. It's got plenty of room here for the new bars up to there. Pop this back off. Put on our covers. I can't remember. I think these just sat here. I think they were just, you know, held on by the triple tree. I don't remember taking any screws out for them. And I don't have anything bagged, so hope that's the case. If not, I know how to take it off, that's for sure. I don't think there's a right or... Oh, there might be a right or left because I've got this indention here. And I'm betting that goes on the other side because I can't imagine anything needing clearance pointing at the light. I sort of remember what that's for. The key? Yeah, for the key. It's right in front of the key slot here. I don't know how it orients as far as that goes. If it's supposed to center or go one way or the other. I would imagine all the way over, that way it's covering most of the front. Just my best guess, and it gives the most clearance for the key there, so that looks good. Okay, sure. If not, we'll find out. So now we can put this back on for the last time, hopefully. Okay, now these are loose. And they definitely can't be loose. I wonder if torquing this center nut down pins them. No, it can't be that much. Are you supposed to just really press this down when you tighten the pinch bolts, maybe? Because, man, if these are loose, they're going to bang around, they're going to clang. I'm going to want to shoot myself. Were there any set screws? I can't see how. Maybe when you do torque this down, it just snugs it. Oh, I'll see. Let me tighten this down. Okay, the only other thing I can think of is maybe I need to loosen these lower triple tree pinch bolts and just slide the whole fork pair up, millimeter. That's all it would take, just to have a little bit of pressure on there. Let me give that a shot. Oh, okay. Well, that is not what affects the fit of that. It's actually between the triple trees themselves, nothing to do with the fork tubes. It's sliding right through it. Duh. Okay. I'll get this realigned once I put the axle in. So basically I need a spacer. I need a rubber washer or something. Keep that quiet. Maybe I did take one out. Let me check the schematics. It's very possible that I just missed a part. Stand by. Okay, there's no missing part, but here's what I think the issue is. The new steering bearings are just slightly taller, like a millimeter taller than the stock ones. And so this whole triple tree up top is sitting just a millimeter taller, giving us this gap, because this was an interference fit. As this set down, on these to keep them solid. So what I'm going to do, all I need is a little piece of rubber. So I've got the stock light assembly here that I still haven't gotten rid of, and this whole back piece is rubber, and it's about 1.5 millimeters thick or so. So I'm just going to cut a couple little half moon shapes, shove them in there. They don't have to be a washer or anything. They just have to, you know, get squished, and that'll keep that pinned, and that should do it. So let's see how that works out. Okay, I've got 2 little tiny rubber strips cut. It's not that much room. I've just got, you know, that much shoulder around these cans. So I'm just going to slip them in the middle here, carefully. Hopefully they don't fall out on me. Probably will. It's been one of those days. If it can go wrong, it has. Alright, now I'm going to carefully slide this down, try to pinch them. Easier said than done because you got to wiggle this whole thing to get it down. Oh, and not pinch your fingers. Yow. Okay. Make sure they're all turned and down. Oh, I think that'll do it. All right, now I'm going to carefully put this big old bolt back on. So it can't walk off at least. Ah, yep, that'll work. No, they're not moving at all. Whew. You know, I'm seeing this big OEM dust cover move. I wasn't sure if it was going to be stationary on the frame or move. It definitely moves on the frame. I think I put grease in there. It's not binding at all. Yeah, I'm sure I put grease in there. Pretty sure. Okay, what's next? I can go ahead and bolt this bracket back up, get that out of the way. Now remember, I've got everything loose. Now I've got to remember I've got everything loose. Careful of the controls here. This comes down. Whew, these are heavy controls. Let me swing it up over this way. There we go. Okay. Stick these bolts in. Is it Friday yet? No, it's Thursday. Feels like Monday. I think I'm going to have to go out and get some beer for the first time in a long time. I had that leftovers from a couple weeks ago, and I am craving one after today. Okay, that's in there. Wow. Okay, you know what? Calling it. I'm cutting my losses for today, man. Wow. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next installment. I don't even have a question for the day. I'm just beat. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time.